Ah, now then, take that off full screen. Okay, hello and welcome. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm waiting to go live on Amazon Live, and we should be live there in a moment. Okay, we are. So let's switch to me and say hello, Amazon Live. Happy Wednesday, hump day, I think, and welcome to the show. This is Lights, Camera, Action, and you are watching Stephen in Wiltshire in England. I'm going to move that so that you can see a bit more clearly. Okay, so I'm waiting for the first guest to arrive on Amazon Live, which will happen shortly, I'm pretty sure. Just like on Facebook, you have a notification that people are going live, and Amazon send a notification to all your followers that you're about to go live. Now, it's the Amazon followers, you've no idea who they are, but people follow you in order to get notified of your next broadcast. And hopefully in a moment we will actually start the broadcast. Okay, now of course there are going to be days on Facebook especially where the viewer count is low. I mean, I'm going out live to 17, 18, 19, 20 different destinations today, and some days it's busy and some days it's quiet. And that's the thing about live broadcasting, you can't take anything at all for granted. Live broadcasting is exciting, but also occasionally you think, well, you know, hopefully somebody will turn up to watch me. And hello to everybody on Amazon Live. As you've just joined, I'd like to say welcome to the show. This is Lights, Camera, Action, and it's all to do with live broadcasting. It's all to do with video. It's all to do with anything connected with moving images. So it's the movies forward. On Mondays we have all the shows start at 9 a.m. Eastern. We have a movie quiz, which you're more than welcome to join us on. That's when Nick Wood and I are live. And behind that, you are watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. If you want to know where Wiltshire is, it's in the south of England. It's about 120 miles away from London. There is a canal, which is the Kennington Avon Canal, which goes from Bristol to London, and along that canal travelled goods that were landed in Bristol, having travelled by ship from the USA, and then the barges took the goods from Bristol all the way to London. Now, a barge, you can picture a barge travels between 3 and 4 miles an hour. The journey to London is 130 miles. So they would have taken days to leave Bristol and arrive in London. Along the way, they would have stopped off at hostelries. So pubs, public houses, inns were actually built along the canal as staging posts, and most of them are still with us. And they're owned by the local brewery, which is Wadworth, which is based in Devizes in England. And I've not had a tour of it yet. I'm looking forward to having a tour of Wadsworth. I've been in the shop. I've drunk in the bar. It's about half a mile away from us. I really must go on the tour and see how they actually brew the beer. So I do have that to look forward to in 2022. Okay, now I was very fortunate. I'm just going to scroll down. The first item that I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to show you in a second. And if I, okay, it is the Treblab wireless earbuds before I come to the main feature. And the earbuds are in here. Okay, now Bluetooth earbuds are absolutely brilliant. I'm a great believer in Bluetooth earbuds, and these Bluetooth earbuds product was provided by Treblab. Now, Treblab, a well-respected American company, they are owned by Product Tech. I'm not sure how to pronounce it because there's a missing T. It should be Product Tech, but they're actually supplied to me, and they come in. Let's just turn around a moment. If I go to my second camera, bring my second camera in. Okay, and I'm going to put that camera full screen. Okay, so now you can see me, and I'm going to give you, first of all, the conductor tour. The green screen behind me is the Logitech green screen. That is down in the carousel. Behind me also is my soft light, which I use for lighting. I've got one of them on at the moment, the one you can see behind me, obviously not switched on at the moment. Then I have my demonstration area, and then you've got me. So the earbuds come in a charging case, and the charging case has a contact point. There's a contact point on the bottom of the earbud, contact point on the case, and it just slides into the case like that, slides into the case like that, and that is how you charge them. Now you can charge, once you've charged the case, you notice it's got a little tail at the moment. Okay, USB-C to USB-A, and that means you can actually charge the case. Okay, now the case takes about 4 hours to charge. Once you've done that, then you can charge the earbuds, and the earbuds, once you take them out, have got a 9-hour charge. Okay, which is more than enough for most of us for the working day. It's absolutely brilliant. 9 hours, you're not going to run out. You actually have enough power to last the working day if you work from 9 till 6. So plenty of power in the earbuds. When you take the earbuds out and close the case, you can then charge it separately. It's quite a stylish case, and the earbuds actually clip over your ear. Now the thing, I was wearing these for 3 hours yesterday, and I was also, as you might imagine, practicing how to put them in without fumbling. So they are now in place. Now the guide, which goes behind my ear, is very light, and I can't feel it in actual fact. And then the earbuds, they do go into your ear canal, and you have a choice. If I look at the box, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the X3 Pro. If I open the box, this is the box that it comes in. You will see that there is a separate box over here, which if I take out, okay, it actually contains, what do you think? Okay, it contains two things. Okay, one is this. You've got 3 sets of earbuds. Okay, so I'm wearing the large at the moment. There's a medium and the small, and they're interchangeable. You can swap them out, and I'm trying them all to get the best fit. Okay, over the course of the next week, I'm testing these out, and then I'll do a YouTube video, and I'll play the YouTube video during next week's broadcasts. Okay, and that allows me time to do my research and hopefully know a little bit more about what I'm talking about. So in this box, you actually get, in the plastic bag, additional buds which you can swap over. Right, now I took my phone yesterday and I paired my phone. Now pairing is simple and straightforward. You switch them on and then you go to your phone, and there will appear as Treblab earbuds, and you just select it, and that's it paired. I did the same with my iPad. These are paired to my Android phone and to my iPad. When I switch them on, I just need to touch once, and that will switch them on. And I can touch either side. What you have is mirrored controls. Okay, the control on the earpiece: power on, press for 3 seconds; power off, press for 5 seconds. You can then skip tracks. You can pause. If you just click, you'll pause. So start, pause, and then you can skip tracks. The other thing you can do is you can accept phone calls from your mobile application. So everything you would expect of a well-crafted pair of earbuds. And the sound is, well, I don't know which adjectives should I use. The sound is, well, first of all, it feels like it's actually coming from the back of your head. Yeah, when you've got both speakers on, the sound is coming from behind you, and it's a very rich sound with a good bass. Now, I'm into rock music, into rock and roll, and you can go Stones, Beatles, Def Leppard, In Excess. Those were the days. Led Zeppelin, of course. Okay, and I was playing Led Zeppelin tracks last night on my iPhone and listening to them with the earbuds, and it was a great experience. Okay, now these are sports earbuds, and when you go walking, running, jogging, or cycling, or go to the gym, they will not fall out. I mean, I've lost count of the number of earbuds that I've actually lost over the years. These don't fall. Okay, they are secured. Okay, it's a very flexible band that goes around the back of your ear, and then the design is brilliant, and it falls. You don't have to push it, it actually falls into your ear canal. And, if you can say, I'm impressed by them. Okay, and basically I'm working on doing the video review, which I say I'll publish next week. Okay, now I've seen people, I've watched quite a few YouTube videos, and I've seen people actually take these off and put them in a glass of water. And I thought, why are people doing that? I'm not gonna get water anywhere near my computer. You're not going to get a live demonstration of these earbuds sunk in a bath of water or a glass of water at all. All I can say is that, having watched the videos, both gentlemen who did it proved that these earbuds still work when they have been soaked. Okay, the rating is 7. And that means that you can, well, not that you should go swimming with earbuds on. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because that's the earbuds are so light they would actually float out, and then you'd lose them forever. But it means that they are rainproof and sweatproof. So if you're working out in the gym, they are not going to come off as you're on the treadmill. They won't come off as you're using the punch bag. They just won't come off. Okay, once you put them on, they stay on. Taking them off, just take them off. That's it. Okay, there's yeah, it's wireless technology. I paired it to my Android phone and to my iPad, and I'm going to pair it to my desktop as well. Yeah, and that is with the testing phase that I'm actually going through. Now, I have a test which nobody else has actually mentioned, and I'm just going to go and show the title of it on screen. Okay, it's the partner test. Okay, now I've worn, well, I'll tell you what the partner test is. Okay, and we should be Angelica's test, but the partner test is you've got the headphones on, the earbuds on, you're actually listening to loud music, and you go and stand next to your partner and you start a conversation. Now, the first thing to be wary of, because you're listening to loud music, is that your voice tries to talk over the top of a loud music. So you are quite loud. In other words, you're virtually shouting over the top of the music. Okay. So if you want to conduct a conversation whilst you're wearing the earbuds, and you can, I mean, I could hear Angelica, she could hear me, but I was shouting, which is not good. Okay. So I'm learning to actually tone down the level of my voice so that I can actually wear the earbuds and speak to Angelica, because that's the other thing. This is the second part of the partner test. When you've got earbuds in, should anybody else be able to hear them, to hear the music? I mean, if you're traveling on a train or a bus or even in the car and you've got your earbuds on, your Treblab earbuds, should people next to you be able to listen to what you're listening to? I'm proud to say that wearing these earbuds, Angelica did not know the tunes I was playing. And I went in several times to speak to her during the course of my testing, and each time Angelica could not hear a thing. So the design of these is such that only you can hear the music, only you can hear the podcast. Yeah, you're not dragging in. I'll switch cameras now. You're not actually dragging in third parties. Yeah. So they're waterproof. I'm not about to prove that though. Their design is such that I wore these for 3 hours yesterday and I forgot all about them. I was walking around, I was listening to music, I went next door, I went downstairs, I went into the kitchen, which is built against an outer wall, and I could hear the music clearly wherever I was in the building. Okay. Now my next test of these is to actually take them outside while I'm walking. Now I don't jog or run, but I do walk. I'm a marathon walker, so I will be walking with these earbuds and I'll check them out and I shall report back on future broadcasts. But they are in the carousel at the moment. I'd like to thank everybody who's watching on Amazon Live. It's good of you to spend some of your time with me today. So these are, I'll put the heading up. You are looking at Stephen wearing a very stylish set of earbuds. I don't care. I don't care. As long as I can hear the music. Okay. Right. So they're waterproof. They pass the partner test. Your partner cannot hear them, the music you're playing. And I was playing rock music just below the maximum, not the maximum level. I would never go to max, but just below the highest comfortable level. And it was crystal clear. The quality is first class. Now, this is only my first day of having the earbuds, so you can continue with me as I go on the journey and I gain enough knowledge about them to actually do a video about them on YouTube. But I'm impressed. And I want to say, I do want to say thank you because the product was provided by Treblab for my use and review. And you're part of a live review today. As time goes on, I will refine, but my first impressions are very good. Okay. Light, I can't feel them. Okay. Good fit. Yes, they are a good fit. Yeah, they are secure. If I go out to the gym or out walking or out running, they're not going to fall out. I'm confident that these will not fall out, such is the design. They are well constructed, and they're by Treblabs, who are a product tech company. And you'll hear more about these over the coming days. You obviously can't hear them now, because if Angelica can't hear them and she stood next to me, then you're not going to hear them across the internet. Okay, so just to summarize, the earbuds come in a charging case. Okay, that charging case, and I'm going to be careful and put these the right way around. You see there's a contact there, and that contact just goes into the case, and that's how you put them in. I'll take both of them off because it looks a bit silly just wearing the one. And you put them in, and they will charge. Okay, and hopefully I'll get this in just a minute. Okay, I'm getting it in slowly. It's simple to do. I'm just making it look hard. So there they are. They're charging at the moment, and there's a red light when they're actually charging. When the red light goes out, they're ready to use. The case itself, you can charge, and that will hold up to 40 hours power, which means I'm just going to put these over there. Yeah, I got it right. Wow. Which means that you can recharge the earbuds 4 times just by putting them into the case for 2 hours, yeah, overnight, say. But you don't have to charge the case every day. You can charge the case every 3 days. It carries four charges, and the earbuds, when you're actually using them, last for 9 hours. So around about 40 hours in total, 9 hours for each earbud. And the case, USB-C to USB-A cable, just plug it in. Simple as that. So they are down in the carousel at this moment. And I'm going to put them, I've got so many things here. I actually had to go and get a demonstration table. So I've gone fuzzy, just a minute. The joy of live broadcasting is that occasionally, I'm just going to wait for this to correct itself. This is not going to be a good look. Let's try again. And I should, there you are. Right. Okay, I'm going to make a point in a second. X3 Pro, and as it says on the box, they are waterproof, and I'm going to add to that. They work well out of the box, and they pair so easily. I mean, when it comes to pairing, I'm just amazed that it actually works. My iPhone and my iPad both recognized the X3 Pro straight away. All I did was connect, and it won't forget it now. So if I put the headphones on and my iPhone is switched, my Samsung phone is switched on, it will connect. If I put the headphones on and my iPad is switched on, as it is now, then it will connect to the iPad. So they connect to the nearest powered device automatically. As soon as you put them on, one click, either ear, and you've got power. Okay, so that's basically Treblab. Now, Treblab, American company, well respected, and they are. It's not just the technical side; it's the design side. They want the products that they manufacture, and they manufacture a range of earphones, a range of headphones, a range of speakers. They want the equipment to be the best construction, the best quality, the most aesthetic, pleasing design. And the thing I liked about those earbuds was the design. Yeah, so well designed. So that's the Treblab X3 Pro earbuds, which brings us on to, and I need to make a change here. I need to hide that, and I need to bring that in. Okay, and I need to do this. Okay, I'm going to come back to me now. No, I'm not. All right. Okay, our next item surprised me. I'll tell you why. This is the HD77, and this is a portable speaker. It's portable. You can move it around your house from room to room, so the music can go with you. You can take it outside. I'll come back to that in a minute. But in terms of, it's just like a large Coca-Cola can, okay? You can have it that way. You can have it that way. Or it's probably better sat on its base. Now, on the base, you have a flat base, and I'm going to go to my cam again. Just a minute. Nope. Hang on. I'm going to go. Just bear with me a moment. Right, I finally got there. Okay, you can now see it a little bit better. It has obviously got the Treblab logo on there, and its base is a flat base, and that's where the charging port is. Now, the charging port, you simply lift up a very heavy duty rubber seal, and there you have the charging port, which is USB-C. Okay, hopefully if I go like that, or even better like that, you can actually see the charging port. I'm rubbish at demonstrations, but I'm trying my best. Also in there, if you want, this is a wireless speaker. Okay, so it's a Bluetooth wireless speaker which will pair with your Android phone, your iPhone, your iPad, your Android tablet, your computer. Okay. This is heavy duty plastic. You know, you get some devices, and I've got a pair of headphones, which are not the ones I was talking about, a pair of headphones, where this cover is so flimsy and you think it's going to drop off. If I twist it too far, it'll disappear. Well, this is so solid. I talked about the construction of Treblab products a minute ago. That just goes back in and it goes flush. So all of that is flush. There is at the top space for a lanyard. So if you want to carry it around rather than holding it, you can carry it around with a lanyard. Now, I'm going to come back to me. I said at the beginning, this is an indoors and outdoor speaker. It is made of, its inner skin is ABS plastic. Okay, it's coated with a grill, and the grill makes it look, in my mind, this is a very stylish speaker. The grill covers the whole. Yeah, you have, just a moment, just a minute, 3 seconds. Okay, you have LED lights either end of the speakers, and they are showing blue at the moment to show that it's charged and on. If they go red, it needs recharging. Yeah, okay. At the end of each, well, at each end, sorry, at each end, there is a subwoofer. Okay, that when you're actually playing music, this is quite a pleasing visual effect. The subwoofer actually oscillates back and forward as the music is playing. Yeah, which means that if it's, I hate to say this, it's actually decorative. Okay, and it's got moving parts. The subwoofer actually moves in and out. Okay. Using this, you just need to switch it on. Okay, as soon as you switched on, it is recognizable as a Bluetooth device, and you can pair it on your iPad, iPod, iPhone, Android tablet, and your desktop. That's so simple and straightforward. And as with the earbuds earlier, whenever one of those devices is switched on, it will connect to it automatically. Each end of this is a 12.5 watt speaker. So you have an output from this small device of 25 watts. Now, in a normal household setting, 20 watts is basic. I've been researching. 20 watts is what is required to have a good sound quality. You don't need any. You don't need to have it any higher than that. Okay, so 12.5 watts each of the subwoofers, giving a combined 25 watts, which means that this will fill a room. This will fill a room quite easily. Okay, in fact, in our case, we've got 2 rooms where the adjoining wall's been taken down. It fills that. Okay, now it lives like that. Okay, you can carry it around. It is totally portable. It has obviously a little bit of weight, but the price is the amazing thing, and this is where it scores. Today it's $89.97. which is 25% discount today. So if you click the link in the carousel, you can get this speaker for $89.97. Now, I just want to go to me for a minute. If you take this speaker and put it in your rucksack, you can go mountain climbing and you can listen to music at the same time. This is rugged. I said high quality plastic, and you can drop it. Well, I'm not suggesting you should drop it, but it will. I'm not going to drop mine, that's for sure. But it is a rugged quality PVC, and it's built for adventures. It's built for walking, running, hiking, and cycling. If you are on your own, you can wear the earbuds that we saw earlier. If you've got a group of people with you and you want to treat them to the delights of Rihanna, then you can. They can't argue, because you switch this on, 25 watts power, and everybody will be listening to Rihanna, whether you are out in your garden or on the top of Mount Everest. Okay. Why did I say Mount Everest? Just came to mind. But the thing is that this is built for the outdoors. It's aesthetically pleasing in indoors, but it's built for the outdoors. Now, I need to make some further arrangements so that next time I appear, I can actually play you some music. If I could, perhaps later in the broadcast, I will. I need to, basically, I'm live on Amazon Live today. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and my website. What I don't want to do is to flout any copyright rules. I would love to play you the Rolling Stones, but I can't because of copyright issues. There is, if you click the link in the carousel, that will take you to the product page for this item. And there is a video there that, for the moment, will allow you to actually listen to the quality of these. I'm busy, as I was with the earbuds, in putting together a review video for the Treblab HD77. And I'm busy arranging to get some free music so I can actually demonstrate it to you. Okay, I'm going to have a look around and see if I can find some for later in the broadcast. But for the moment, I need to make one change and explain to you how all this is set up. If I go here, okay, and I hide that and hide that, okay, and take myself off solo. Right, and I'm going to put this picture in picture. You recognize the shape. This is the speaker. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shrink myself. Yeah, so that you can see a little bit more of the picture. Okay, so this is the buttons and parts list for the HD77. You've got the LED light, top and bottom, which go blue when it's on and red when it needs recharging. There is a single power off and on button. There's a previous track or decrease volume button. There's a play or pause button, and there's a next track or volume. So neat arrangement. Now they appear, just back to me for a moment, they are visible. Okay, they are visible. I got it. Okay, you can see them. Okay, they are quite distinct and very, very easy to touch. You're not going to press the wrong button. Okay, so let's go back to the full screen of information. Okay, so those are the only 4 buttons that are actually on this. Those are the only 4 user interactive buttons. Okay. And I'm going to try, and I can't actually move myself. Right, you know the LED at the bottom. I'm looking at the right-hand side diagram now. You've got the LED at the bottom. You've got the USB charging port, which I said has got a heavy-duty cover on it that you're never going to budge. And it takes. You've got to want to move it. You've got to want to lift it. It doesn't come easily. But sorry, it's not difficult. It's just so solid. Then if you want to use cable, if you want to use an audio cable between this and the source, you can. You can use a 3.5 millimeter cable. This is designed to be Bluetooth, okay? And it's Bluetooth 5, which is the latest version of Bluetooth. But as an alternative, you can use a cable. Now, if you use a cable, you'll get the same quality, but the thing is, you will increase the battery life. Now, the life of the battery, once you've charged this, and charging takes 4 hours, is 12 hours. So this has a 12-hour battery life. So if you set off from home at 6 in the morning and get home at 6 at night, this will work all day long. Okay, and then you charge it overnight and it's ready to use the following day. Then you've got a microphone. It has an inbuilt microphone. I saw a video this morning of the microphone, well, talking about the microphone. You can use this to actually receive calls and use the microphone that's actually built into the speaker if you wish. Okay, you can do that with the earbuds as well. And then at the top, you've got a place for a carrying strap. The carrying strap is supplied in the box. The carrying strap just a moment. Everything comes in, and it's just switched itself off because I wasn't using it. Okay. I'm trying to do something here. Just a minute. Okay. It is the HD77. It comes in this box. The box slides out. Okay. And then inside the box, this is not an unboxing. I've already unboxed it. Everything is inside the box. You've got the charging cable is there. Yeah, so you've got a charging cable, USB-A to USB-C, and you have a lanyard or a carrying strap, depending on what you want to do. So the carrying strap, I'm keeping those in the box so I don't lose them. And I'm keeping the boxes. This is my new Amazon Live hobby. Never again will a product box get thrown away. All the product boxes are actually going to be in their sleeves, and if this works, it'll be good. Okay, wow, I did it. I'm going to keep all the products in their sleeves with the manuals and everything, and so if I need to refer to them, I can. And I'm going to commandeer a storage space to actually keep them in. Okay, so if you go over to click the link in the carousel, which is for the HD77, takes you to Treblab's HD77 Amazon.com page. The price you will see is $89.97. Yeah, and that's the price you will pay. Yeah, if you click the link in my carousel. If you click the link from elsewhere, you might get a different price, but $89.77 in terms of the price. You also get there a video, and you'll get some video reviews as well. Okay, and you'll get the full tech spec. I mean, I've given you a rundown, but I played it this morning. I paired it up with my iPad. Okay, at 10 o'clock this morning, I paired it up with my iPad and went over to, as you do, I went over to Amazon Music, and I was playing my favorite tracks on Amazon Music, and the sound quality was absolutely brilliant. Now, Angelica, my partner, is, and this is, again, we've come back to this, the partner test is important. I didn't have it on full volume. Okay, I always keep things around about 75% of full volume. And Angelica was listening along with me, and she's 2 doors down as far as rooms are concerned. She could recognize me, she could hear it clearly. And I went in there, and the quality is very good. So this is capable of blasting out music everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to keep reporting in these broadcasts, hang on, about the X3 Pro earbuds. Okay, one's charged and one's not at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to keep reporting about these, and I'm going to keep reporting about the HD77 speaker. So I'm learning. I know most things about them, but I don't know everything. And so in case you ask me a question, then I want to be prepared. Okay, because we're in the run-up now. We've done Black Friday, we've done Cyber Monday, we're now in the run-up to Christmas. And now is the time to actually be looking for Christmas presents. I'm just gone out of focus again, just a minute. I'm right, okay. It is my fault. Well, it shouldn't have happened, but it is my doing. I'm just going to wait for the picture to come back. Okay, when you can see me clearly, say you can see me clearly. If you are, as you are watching me live on Amazon Live, I want to say thank you. If you have any questions about any aspect of live broadcasting, then please do ask. Okay, and I'm going to try and get myself back again. So I'm going over to select the camera, and I'll select, I've got so many cameras. I'm going to select the Brio. Okay, now as you've already seen, I've been that's better. I've been switching. I'm going to take myself off solo. I'm on Be.Live, and I've been switching between 2 cameras. Okay, so this is the camera you're looking at now. I'm just going to cycle along till we actually get to it. Okay, and I'm talking about this for a particular reason. Okay, the camera you're watching now is the Logitech Brio. This is the Logitech Brio broadcasting to Amazon Live from my desktop. It's currently just up above me on my BenQ monitor, which is also down in the carousel. Beautiful 27-inch monitor. If you're looking for a large monitor, I can recommend a BenQ product. And it is down in the carousel. So this is Logitech Brio. This is the higher end of Logitech cameras. Now, nobody ever got fired for buying a Logitech camera. And you're looking at one now. And it's in 720p to be mobile friendly. So we're not sending more data than we need to over to Amazon Live. And if people are watching on mobile, then we're being kind. Because if we were to go out in 1080, the number of pixels would double. And that, if you're on a fixed plan each month with a data limit, then sending you twice as much data as I need to would not be good. So I'm glad that Amazon.com and Amazon.com/live actually set it at 720p. So this is the Brio camera. Like most people, I started off with desktop, then I went to the C920. I'll come on to that in a moment. Now with Logitech Brio. Logitech Brio is capable of 4K. It's wide angle, okay, and it can do 4K, 1080 and 720. There is a piece of software which I'm allowed to talk about. We decided that this morning. Okay. If you use Logitech cameras, C920, 922, 925, 930, or the Brio, or 920X, there's a piece of free software you can download from logitech.com which gives you total control over the camera. Now, I don't want to frighten you, but you can actually zoom in, you can zoom out, you can come back to yourself. You can go to the left, you can go to the right, you can go up, you can go down. You can change the contrast, you can change the brightness, you can change the hue of the color. I'm aware that mine's actually changing automatically. Okay. Logitech Capture. Go to logitech.com, download the software. It gives you full control of your camera, whether you're broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Amazon Live, or you're on Zoom. This software works on all of those platforms. Download it, install it on your PC or Mac, and just use it. It's simple. It's very intuitive. You've got a menu down the left-hand side. Just follow the menu, follow the options, and basically you've then got a situation where you are in control of your camera, which is what we all want to be. Okay, now basically, just a word. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to come back to me. Just a word. I am fortunate. Just a moment. I'm trying to take that off screen. Oh, right. Okay. I'm very fortunate. I actually work for Be.Live, and I am using the Be.Live studio to go live today. Now, that meant I can actually show you images on screen. I can go 2 cameras on screen. I can play video from YouTube without just put the URL in. This is just a great way to actually broadcast. And wherever you see this logo, which I'm about to show you now, wherever you see that logo, that's the Be.Live logo. It's been around with us since October 2016. And I'm not going to say anything more. There is a free trial which you can try out, and it does all sorts of things that should be in a live broadcasting studio. Okay, take it off again. Okay, and it's back to me. One thing that I do every week is that I test. Without going live, I do a local recording of my Logitech Brio camera and my Audio Technica microphone. A local recording. I want to make sure that it's working. Okay. We have a situation where software updates. Logitech could update, Audio Technica. Well, I suppose the biggest one of all, Windows could update. I'm still on Windows 10. I'm waiting for my call to actually go to Windows 11. And my fingers and toes will be crossed that everything that I have now actually works. I never, ever take up a first release of a Windows update. It's just too, when you're talking about, I'm on a production machine, this is my machine to broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch and Amazon Live. If anything happens to this PC, I am scuppered. I don't play games on this PC. It's dedicated to live broadcasts. Okay, I've got a computer upstairs, and that's where the gaming is. Down here is business. Okay, but I do test every week, and I test the camera and microphone, record it locally, and then I actually watch the recording back to make sure that I am positioned well on camera. I could move the camera. It's on, as I said earlier, it's on top of the BenQ monitor. Could move it to one side, and the microphone is always 3 foot away from me, facing me. So I just make sure it's working. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's carry on. The microphone you're listening to is the Audio Technica microphone, and I think we've done this one. I showed you the diagram of the HD77 with its buttons, LED light top and bottom, power on, previous, yeah, all the controls, all well laid out on the body of the unit. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to try and find it, if you see it before I do, is this. And if I press that button and that button, just I'm button pressing at the moment, just Forgive me for a moment. And I'm going to switch that off. Okay, this is a natural break. And I'm going to come up and put that on. We got there in the end. This is, you saw what was happening there. I was flicking between slides. Okay. And I'm going to go side by side. Okay, I'm going to hide the other me. Yeah. And I'm going to go side by side. Just a moment. I'm going to go side by side like that. Okay, this is not the best photograph in the world, but nevertheless, forget that. This is a photograph, which I'm going to do again. I am going to do it again. I'm always trying to get the best. I thought it looked good when I did it, but every time I see it, I think you go to that one again. So this photograph will be done again, and apologies to Audio Technica. This is my Audio Technica microphone. It's plug and play, it's USB. It goes into your Windows machine. It goes into your Apple machine, what they call Mac. Yeah, Apple Mac. It just plugs in. Your system will recognize it. This is a best-selling microphone. And the reason that I'm actually mentioning it is that I heard this. Okay. It's not, I mean, how a microphone looks is important, okay? And you can see that this is, to me, an aesthetically pleasing microphone. It doesn't have the big bulb at the top, but okay, because the microphone's actually inside it. And it's on a tripod. It's tripod mounted. I've tried boom arms. Boom arms are good, but I prefer it mounted on the desk in front of me. It's about 3 foot away from me. And if I get closer to the microphone, I'll get louder and louder. Okay. That story is this. When you're watching Amazon Live, you're actually watching people on camera demonstrating products. Okay. They all have different cameras and different microphones. And the thing about a microphone is it's how we hear it that counts. Yeah. The best-selling microphone in the world may not be for us. The one that's for us is when we're listening to a live broadcast and we say, wow, what a crystal clear sound that is, with a perfect tone, the bass, everything is just, I love that sound. That's when you ask the person doing the broadcast which microphone they're actually using, and they will tell you in the comments. Just put, which microphone are you using? I'd love to know. I love it. And you'll get an answer. We love to tell people about things that we chose, and you can't get better than actually listening to it. Now, Mike Phillips is a well-respected pastor and podcaster, and I heard one of his podcasts on Facebook. I thought, wow, what a wonderful sound that is. I said, Mike, because we're friends, I said, Mike, which microphone are you using? And he said, I'm using the Audio Technica 2020. I'm glad you like it. By the way, here's the Amazon link. Okay, so I got the Amazon link, ordered the microphone. It's been sat in front of me for the last 15 months. I've not had a single problem since I plugged it into my PC. It simply works. And you can judge the quality of the sound. Okay, and you can judge the quality of sound. If you like the sound of this microphone, then please click the link and find out more about it. Now, whilst you're here and we're staying with sound, I've got, that's my microphone, the one that's down. I've just got my iPad here. Excuse me a moment. I'm clicking through. Okay. Now, if you had to ask me, so Audio Technica 2020. Down in the carousel now, what you've actually got is the Shure microphone. Now, I don't have a Shure microphone, but it's on my wish list. It's on my Amazon wish list. You know, I said when I heard the Audio Technica 15 months ago, I went, wow. Well, on Thursdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, I broadcast with Marco Novo. Marco is a good friend from Portugal. And like us all, he's been gradually upgrading his equipment. And he now has a Shure microphone. And I had another wow moment. What a high quality sound that is. The tone, the depth, the richness of a Shure microphone is surely among the leading microphones in the arena in which we operate. Okay, home studio, business studio. I love the sound of it. And if you join us at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, you can compare the sound of the Audio Technica with the Shure. Now, the Shure is on my wish list. And the Shure is, if you were to describe the Shure, you'd say the Shure is the Rolls Royce of microphones. And the one that's down the carousel at the moment, the MV7, is USB, plug and play, plug it in, everybody knows what it is. Mac knows what it is, Windows knows what it is. Sure it is, it's a Shure microphone. Anyway, enough with the puns. Do come and check us out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, Marco and I. England meets Portugal, England versus Portugal. Although it has to be said, England and Portugal have been allies for a long, long time. Yeah, countries like that. Okay, and its people are like that. And Marco and I get on like a house on fire. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go to, and I realized that we're coming up to the hour. So thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. I do appreciate it. And what I'm going to do is go here. If I asked you, just a minute. No. One of the items that I sell most of, I'm actually trying to get to it at the moment and explain why. And it helps if you move the strap the right way. Okay, down in the carousel at the moment is the Fitbit Inspire 2, which I'm about to show you. It is 12% off today. So this item is 12% off. And are you ready for this? This is me demonstrating product. Okay, we're going to go over here, and I've got it the right way up. Okay, this is the Fitbit Inspire 2. And basically what you've got, and I say hello to Corinda, who's a good friend of mine. Corinda is joining me on Facebook and saying hi. Hello, Corinda. I'm into the second hour of the show, and it's gone off now. Wouldn't you know it? Thank you, Corinda. Corinda's a great friend from London. This is the Fitbit Inspire 2. This is a way of life. I've owned Fitbits for the last 8 years. It's the way that I keep fit. There is no easier way of keeping fit than walking. It simply isn't. Swimming, you've got to get wet. Walking, you just go out the door with your boots or clogs on or shoes on or trainers, whatever you want, and you just walk. And if you walk in total 4 miles a day, 8,000 steps, that's a healthy level to be at. Walking 4 miles a day, 8,000 steps. 1 mile is 2,000 steps. The purpose of the Inspire 2 is manifold. First of all, it measures your steps. So it tells you how many steps you've made, and it celebrates with you when you reach your goal. My goal is 8,000 steps a day. And I get celebrations, not every day, but some days. So it's encouragement. The second thing, it will actually also measure your heart rate. This is a key health indicator. Yeah? But this is only the start. This will tell you how many steps you've done in a day. The website, fitbit.com, fitbit.com. If you bought a Fitbit and you're wearing a Fitbit on your wrist, okay, this is the action part of lights, camera, action, by the way. This is real action. This is not film action. When you've got it on your wrist, and you can have different colored bands. You can have, this is the band it comes with. I'm not keeping the sun off my head. I'm just trying to show you the watch. This is the band that it comes with. You can have different color bands. You can have more expensive bands. Okay, keep the central lozenge as it is and change the band. Simple and straightforward to do. Just comes off and goes back on again. There's no real technique involved. And if when you're changing it, you go to Fitbit.com, it will tell you exactly what to do. The thing about Fitbit.com is, first of all, you get all your stats. When you go to Fitbit.com and you set up an account and you log in and you register, you must register this. Okay. I'll tell you for why. Just diversion. When I got my first Fitbit, it used to be a lozenge, and as a man, I just put it in my pocket. Fitbit was in my pocket. It wasn't on my wrist. Okay. So it went into the pocket of my jeans. And unfortunately, I didn't check my pockets in the jeans until before it went in the washing machine. I put, my fault entirely, I put a Fitbit in the washing machine. And this is word of caution. Do not put your Fitbit in the washing machine. When you take your Fitbit out of the washing machine, it is dormant. It is an ex-parrot. It won't work. Do not put your Fitbit in a washing machine. But I wrote to Fitbit, and I registered it before. I wrote to Fitbit and I said, look, you're not going to believe this, but I actually left the Fitbit in my jeans. The jeans went in the washing machine, came out of the washing machine. My Fitbit's not working. And they said, yes, we've heard of that before. And they sent me a new Fitbit because I'd actually registered. So there is a benefit to registering. Anyway, when you register on the website, you get your own personal page, your own personal account, and it tells you how many steps you've done today, this week, this month, and this year. And if you're involved in one of the challenges, I'm involved in a 1,000K challenge at the moment to try and do 1,000K in 2021, which in English money is 625 miles. Yeah. I'm trying to do that. And it's touch and go. I might do it. I can't report back to you until the new year. But the Fitbit is the core of all this. Now, if that weren't enough, there is a community on Fitbit.com that you can join. Now, when it comes to personal exercise, with the best will in the world, you need somebody to encourage you. Your partner will encourage you. Family will encourage you because you're keeping fit. And walking is the best way to keep fit. They will encourage you to keep fit. But it's great when you can get amongst a group of people whose aim is to help themselves be fit and help you be fit. And there are two types of challenge on Fitbit.com. There's a weekend challenge for those who work during the week, and there's a weekday challenge for those who've got a bit more freedom about their movements. If, for argument's sake, if you're an Amazon delivery driver, then you can take the weekday challenge. You most certainly would win it. You can take it and win it. But the thing is, you actually, I will never be top of the league. Okay, because there are guys in there who walk 10 miles a day, every day. That's not me. I don't have the 3 hours it would take to do it. Okay, that's the other thing. Walking 4 miles a day will take you 1 hour, 20 minutes. 4 miles a day will take you 1 hour, 20 minutes. Fitbit will measure it. It will measure your 8,000 steps and it will celebrate with you when you cross the 8,000 barrier. Now, there's nothing to stop you carrying on after that, but you've met your goal. And what you've got to try and do is an average of 8,000 steps a day. So one day, I've got a local canal, which is the Kenny-Snavon Canal, which runs, I think I said it earlier, from Bristol to London. Okay, it's where goods came into Bristol, shipped along the canal, came into Bristol from the USA, shipped along the canal, and then to London. Okay, then the railways came, and the Cairns-Devon Canal is now a recreational canal. So it's been restored to its former glory, and I can go with my Fitbit, that Fitbit, I can go for a walk on the Cairns-Devon Canal, and I can walk 8 miles out and 8 miles back. Okay, 16 miles. I can do that in just over 4 hours. That's because first of all, if you're walking along a canal, there's no traffic. Okay, you're out in the countryside, you've got the birds in the trees, you've got the glorious sunny sky some days, and you've got the freedom of actually walking. And when people you meet are out walking too, so it's a communal activity, but you won't find many people walking along the canal. So it's a great place to train. And I take my Fitbit and I go training on the Cairns-Devon Canal quite regularly, because I do marathon walking. I wouldn't even attempt a marathon run, 26 miles, 385 yards, but I do marathon walks. Okay, again with my Fitbit. My Fitbit has seen in one day 63,000 steps. Okay, now I'm not suggesting that you should go out tomorrow and do 63,000 steps, because as we just worked out, that's over 31 miles. Okay, that's the most that this Fitbit has ever done, 31 miles in a day. Following day, I slept in for an hour, got up, didn't feel a thing. I never do. I'm very lucky that way. So marathon walking, Fitbits are good for marathon walking. As soon as it measures every step that you do. If you just wore a Fitbit around the house, you would do 2,000 steps a day. You'd do a mile a day. Okay, so all you have to do is get out of the house and just walk for an hour. Forget the weather. This is your health we're talking about. Just go outside and walk with your Fitbit. Get fit. Get fit in 22 with a Fitbit, which means that this Fitbit here that I'm talking about is the most perfect Christmas present. If you give someone a Fitbit for Christmas, you're actually giving them good health in 2022. Okay. If you give it to them, they're going to use it, because you're going to keep asking them, how's your Fitbit? In January, February, March, June, July, and August. And they're going to have to say they've used it. So you can actually encourage them, somebody you love or somebody you know, to keep in good health. And that's the way that we can spread health this Christmas, is by spreading the Fitbit. Now, the Fitbit comes in several models. If you click the link down the carousel, you're taken to the Fitbit.com page. You will today pay $88, which is 12% off. Now, only if you click the link in the carousel. It's normally $99.95, but today, if you click the link, you get 12% discount. Okay, and Corinda's founders, and sorry, Corinda, sorry, Corinda. Corinda's been commenting on Amazon, and I'm just going to try and get to one or two of the comments. And Corinda's saying the doctor told me, yes. And the question, Corinda, says, you can't make calls with the HD77. This will not make calls, it will receive calls. You'd have to make the call on your phone first. Okay, but you can receive calls. Right, okay, everything, and just to answer Corinda again, everything pairs automatically. Sorry, Corinda. As sometimes happens in these Amazon Live broadcasts, I do get involved, carried away, telling my stories, because I totally enjoy your company. I'm so grateful that you're actually watching me on Amazon Live today and you actually joined me. What I do try and do is to show you kit that I use. 75% of the equipment down the carousel I could physically pick up. I'm saying I could physically pick it up. Just a minute. You know, if you watch one of my broadcasts, how is it that these have got tangled up? Now, this you recognize. Okay, this is the X3 Pro earbuds. I'm just going to show you again because I love the casing, and one of them is still charging. and I've given it a tail. So it's now a pseudo mouse. Okay, but I wanted to show you is that beside me and around me is all the equipment that's down the carousel, including these headphones, which are rather swish. Okay, so these were my favorite headphones. These are Aftershocks. Just a minute. Headphones, and I'm just going to skip over, see if I can find them. These are Aftershocks headphones, and in a minute, nope, I'm not going to find. Right, I can't find them. Okay, fair enough. That's the signal. Okay, so I do own 75% of everything that's the carousel. It is approximately, it is near me, and normally I can put a hand to it. Right, so next, we've just done the Fitbit, 12% off today. And the next thing I want to talk about, I want to go back. I just want to go with the Christmas present thing. Okay, we talked about my Logitech Brio camera, which is sat on the BenQ monitor, which is down in the carousel. Yep. Okay. When I started broadcasting, the first camera I had was the one that's in my Samsung all-in-one PC, which is now literally upstairs. It's not broken. It's not dormant. It is just resting upstairs, along with this camera. The camera that it's attached to is the Logitech C920. Logitech C920 is the first camera. When I started live broadcasting seriously, which is 5.5 years ago, I actually invested in an external camera. That's the first thing you invest in when you live broadcasting. Start off with the internal stuff, make sure you enjoy broadcasting. But the first external camera I invested in was the Logitech C920, which is the predecessor of the Logitech C920X. It's not surprising, is it? When you've got when everybody, almost everybody in the world knows what a Logitech C920 is, then you don't spoil the brand. Okay, because there is a Logitech C920, 922, 925, 930, and up above me the Brio. But the reason I mention this camera, because this is basically the camera that started my broadcasting career 5.5 years ago, is that this is a decent camera. It has 1080p, it has 720p, it allows you to broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Zoom. If you're a Zoom person and until now you've been using your inbuilt camera, and you look at, if you want to look better on camera, get an external camera. And the camera you should think of first is Logitech C920, because Logitech C920 has everything you need. It's got an inbuilt external microphone. So not only are you changing the camera, you're actually getting a microphone. 2-in-1, best value. And if you're looking, if you give somebody the Fitbit we spoke about earlier, then you can give somebody else Logitech C920X as a present, or you can give it to yourself as a present. Nothing wrong in that. Okay, we all have Amazon wish lists and we're working through them. That's the whole idea. It's all part of the journey. Okay, so I just want to say that's my final item for today. Just a reminder that we're going to be following the journey of the HD77 in coming broadcasts. 25 watts, subwoofers either end, controls on the top, very rich sound, pairs to iPhone, iPad, pairs to anything that's Bluetooth. And you're going to hear the continuing story of this case and the earbuds within this case. Okay. I do thank you for actually joining me live on Amazon Live today. It's been my pleasure to actually broadcast live to you. I hope that I've shown you some products which are of interest. If you ever have questions like Corinda said, Corinda, thank you for the comments. If you have any questions about live broadcasting or about, I'm just going to go to the top here. I'm going to get here and you who've been watching. You're watching Stephen from Wiltshire in England. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. I'm back again 9 a.m. Eastern on Thursday with my friend Marco Nova from Portugal. I don't know what's going to happen. I never do. Hopefully it's going to be a fun-filled 90 minutes. I wish you a splendid day. Take care, and I will see you all again soon. Bye, and thank you, Corinda. Bye for now.